What's up, guys? My name's Dynasty, and yes, we're back at it again discussing some Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath because got for you guys a lot of cool things to discuss, including Raiden's Friendship fully being revealed. Got for you guys some new changes coming to the Towers of Time in Combat League. Also, the pit on Retrocade was finally showcased, and it looks amazing. And lastly, Ed Boon was interviewed by Jeff Keighley a few days ago for Summer Game Fest, where he might have alluded to NetherRealm Studios doing something outside of just the typical Mortal Kombat and Injustice fighting games, and people are going crazy with this quote. So with that said, let's have some fun, let's break all that stuff down, and let's get into it. So let's just start off with this brand new, fully revealed Raiden Friendship right here. We saw a few small snippets in the Friendship trailer a few days ago, but that is the first time in full we've seen Raiden's Friendship with Kid Thunder, and it seems like they're working alongside the Light Balance folks, so pretty cool, honestly. I really do hope they turn that costume into a skin for him, because I'd rather have Raiden, channeling his inner Tron than, that DJ guy that likes to say it's like looking in a mirror. I was gonna do an impression, but I'm not. I'll save you from it. But yes, there is Raiden's Friendship in full in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, the pit is in the Retrocade stage. This was just showcased a few hours ago in the most recent combat cast for Sheeva and Robocop, and it looks absolutely amazing. We got Ermac hanging in the background. I know, bittersweet MK9 Ermac, I miss you. There's even a cardboard standee of Reptile from Mortal Kombat 9 rocking the classic costume. You still got Hornbuckle and Blaze fighting in the pit in the background too. There's even like a picture frame of Hydro Thunder in the back, so that alone got me sold on this this stage. It just keeps getting better and better, and honestly, I don't see myself using any other stage moving forward because you can't beat this, man. All these classic stages randomly on one stage, it's awesome. So yeah, that's a look at the pit in the Retrocade arena. Like I mentioned earlier as well, there's going to be some changes coming to the Towers of Time with the Aftermath expansion, and also a new rematch feature after you beat someone in a set in Combat League. Say you win the set, but you still want a rematch. That's an option now. Here's the clip where Derek Kurtzik breaks all this down because I can't explain this better than he can.
So we have a few small changes that we've done to Towers. So the Rapid and the Heroic Tower platforms, the modifiers will now actually be affecting both players. So before, you were kind of fighting against the AI and they had these modifiers that would assist them. Now it will affect both players in those two tower platforms. You will also receive more consumables as rewards. We've increased the amount that drop so that people are using more consumables for more difficult content. And of course, you're going to be seeing augments drop out of almost every tower. And again, we're very excited for you guys to get this new augment update. And then a small change that we also made to the Combat League is you can do friendly matches after a set. So if you had just fought somebody and you're like, oh man, I want to fight that person again, you can. It's one of the post-match options that you'll be able to play against that person right after that. And it doesn't go into your Combat League stats or anything like that. It's more of just like a private match.
Gear augment overhaul, Towers of Time being updated and for the better, and now Combat League giving you that option to rematch somebody after you either lose or win the set to prove that you're worthy to redeem yourself. So cannot wait to see those features in action tomorrow as well. And lastly, Ed Boon interview at Summer Game Fest of Jeff Keighley. So I have this clip right here. I'll just play it for you guys so you can see what he had to say.
What I've always admired, as I said before, is that you've been doing this franchise since the beginning, and it feels like you're still having fun, because a lot of people, they do the same thing for a certain number of years, and it's like, all right, I've done all I can do. But for you, it's like, it feels like you're having as much fun as you were back in the day, or even more fun, probably, because now it's like, I'm sure you're getting licenses and things that, like, back in the day, people wouldn't even, take the meeting, and now, like, everyone wants to be in it, probably.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mortal Kombat has become like, like the staple thing. It's like almost like Marvel. Like you don't expect the last Marvel game, the last Marvel movie to ever come out. They're just going to keep coming. And even though we've been able to scratch other itches, doing Injustice games and stuff, and we have other stuff in the oven. But it's always nice to do the Mortal Kombat games, especially when the players are embracing them like they have. I if you would have told me that this would be our so far fastest selling Mortal Kombat game of all of them, 20 something years later, I wouldn't have believed it. So the fact that they're doing as well as they've ever have is
Now, the quote that's getting like headlines and articles written about it is, Ed Boon says, even though we've been able to scratch other itches, doing Injustice games and stuff, and we have other stuff in the oven, but it's always nice to do Mortal Kombat games. That's kind of like the quote that has everyone excited, because at least it seems like NetherRealm Studios might potentially be working on something else other than the two franchises we've seen for like the last decade, that being Mortal Kombat and Injustice. Every 2 years, a new fighting game. So this really isn't even too shocking, because I think it was last year during that rapid fire interview he had with, I think it was Game Informer, he mentioned how he would love to do like an open world survival type game. So it's cool to know that there is at least potentially something else on the horizon than our typical fighting game every 2 years, because trust me, I want there to be a Shaolin Monks 2 really bad. I wish we could get like a Deception Conquest mode RPG type game in the Mortal Kombat universe, going through all these different realms. There's just so much lore, so much potential. So I really hope they are working on something else in the oven outside of Injustice and Mortal Kombat, even if it's like an entirely new IP, like a horror fighting game with like Jason, Leatherface, Alien, Predator, all these like guest characters they've had license to, like Terradrome. That would be just as cool too. So it's just cool to see that at least potentially there might be something else cooking. We know they're working on their next game. I think it was alluded to a few months ago as well. So cross your fingers. We'll see what happens. At this point, I have no idea what their next game is. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. What do you think of all of this? What do you think of the pit in the Retrocade? What about Raiden's Friendship? What about the changes that Derek Kurtzek talked about? And of course, this quote from the man, the myth, the legend, the troll himself, Ed Boon. Of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, please take 1 second, drop a like on it, make sure to subscribe for some more MK content here on the channel. Until next time, been your host, been Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. Tomorrow is the day of Aftermath. I cannot wait. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Dynasty for years now, GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer, I wonder how y'all feel now. That was just a setup, watch it get real now. Okay, so me and Sub-Zero was born in 92, and lyrically I inherited all his fighting moves. A lot of y'all still lost, don't have the slightest clue. The truth disappears in the smoke.